How do you measure the quality of a city? Is it the amount of people who live there, the crime, or unemployment rate? Is it based on its location or the success of its sports team? For many, the quality of a city is based on the quality of its people. How hard work and ingenuity builds a unique culture, and how creativity and passion enriches it. It's people who try new things, open new doors, and let their curiosity get the best of them who help move a city forward. Hello, I'm Owen Hisle, and this is beautiful Colorado's Moving Forward. One of the cornerstones in a successful career is doing something you're passionate about. Doing something you love is just as important as doing something for profit. In the case of these Colorado ranchers, their passion and their business go hand in hand. Creativity, ingenuity, and a little hard work have people buzzing about this couple and their unique occupation.
Kindred Spirits Farm is a small and unique operation located in Elizabeth, Colorado. They celebrate their uniqueness with a life-size teepee in their front yard. They have horses, chickens, and goats. But it's the newest animal on the farm that's making quite the buzz. Honeybees are not native to America. They were brought to North America by early European settlers. The honeybee is now responsible for 80% of all pollination.
Right now we're probably one step above, just a beginning hobby beekeeper. We're kind of doing it as more of a production with our farm. We sell some at farmers markets, and we got some places in town that we sell honey to customers.
The bees live in hives, which are made up of multiple layers of frames. Each hive contains up to 100,000 bees. The queen bee lays up to 2,000 eggs per day. The top section of the hive is called the super, and it is full of honey. Only the worker bees are allowed into the super by a metal screen called a queen excluder. The frames of honey cells are capped with a wax coating. Once the caps are removed using a scraper or a hot knife, they are loaded into a honey extractor, which uses centrifugal force to spin the honey from the cells. The honey is drained from the extractor, and after a final straining, the honey is ready to sell.
So as we build our expertise and availability and knowledge on it, we want to get more. I'd like to get 243 to 300 hives, do some commercial pollination, bring it back, do some commercial honey. 3 or 4 more years, we should be self-sustaining and almost make it a standalone business.
The work of many hands gets a job done much faster. If everyone moves forward together, then success takes care of itself. In the case of this team of people, the work of many hands allows them to move forward at extremely high speed.
The Colorado Motorsports Hall of Fame is committed to honoring and preserving the achievements of individuals and organizations that have left an indelible mark on motorsports in Colorado.
Okay, my name's Joe Starr. I'm the photographer at Colorado National Speedway for 31 years. This year, I was fortunate enough or honored enough to be inducted into the Colorado Motorsports Hall of Fame. I received the Jerry Van Dyke Award for significant contributions by an individual.
The inductees come from all facets of motorsports: drivers, builders, mechanics, owners, facility owners, and nonprofit organizations.
The Hall of Fame is trying to preserve all this information to allow some of the younger fans to see and to meet some of the people that are the big names of the sport when they first get into it. Some of these guys are retired from the sport and may not be a common everyday name for some of these youngsters. But as they read and talk to these men and find out what they have accomplished during their career, sometimes it's very impressive, and these guys have a whole new generation of fans that maybe never got a chance to see them race.
Started in 1978, the Colorado Motorsports Hall of Fame set out to commend and recognize people who helped put Colorado on the racing map. The Colorado Motorsports Hall of Fame was started to carry out the names and memories of great individuals that put their heart and souls into racing.
Colorado Motorsports Hall of Fame, you know, it's an honor to be to even be talked about to get into the Hall of Fame. It is the pinnacle, I guess, for the local racers here in the state of Colorado to become a member. Some of these guys have been out racing all over the country. The Kelly Bowens of the world has won races all over the Midwest. The Rick Corellis out in the Craftsman Truck Series. Keith Andrews and Jerry Malloy, who were both unfortunately killed in Indianapolis in Indy cars.
Whether they come from being involved in racing on land or water, they all have the same pedigree. A passion for speed, competition, and perfection.
The wheel has always been a symbol for not only movement, but progress itself. For many, the excitement of motion comes from speed and agility, but the excitement for this Denver resident comes from style and creative ingenuity in his wheels.
Approximately 25 million bicycles are purchased every year. 96% are built on an assembly line in a factory. The remaining 4% are custom-built bicycles.
Biking to me is, the ultimate form of freedom. It's liberating in a sense that you could take your bike anywhere. You could take it on a road, you could take it on a trail. It doesn't matter. The feeling of being a kid again. It's kind of hard to put into words, but I like to call it the magic of bicycling.
Ryan Taylor is the owner of Flicker Bicycles, a custom bike shop out of his small but organized garage in the Highlands of Denver. Ryan is by trade a mechanical engineer and left his 9-to-5 career to start Flicker Bicycles about a year ago.
Starting your own business is a terrifying, daunting task. Leaving the 9-to-5 workplace, the guaranteed paycheck, you're just off on your own. And I'm starting to see the trends in our business, and we're moving in a better direction.
On Saturdays, you can find Ryan and his wife at the Highlands Farmers Market talking to the community about Flicker bikes.
Being at the farmers market's a great opportunity, for us because we get to connect with, a potential customer for Flicker Bicycles.
The bikes that Ryan builds take about 30 hours to complete. The raw materials are measured, cut, sanded, and filed, and finally, Phillip or lug brazed together. After a final inspection, the bike is ready for paint.
We're all about providing really clean-looking bikes, something that you could hang on the wall if you wanted to. It's a piece of art. It's an expression of who you are. That's what we're trying to do here at Flicker Bicycles, is to give you a canvas, to work on, and we put it together and build you your perfect bike.
Life is a series of adjustments. You can make changes along the way, but if you dwell on the things that went wrong, you'll miss your opportunity to move forward and find your joy. In the case of this young man's story, it took tragedy for him to embrace his passion. And it was his passion that allowed him to step forward and shine.
My name is Tyler Hack. I'm from Michigan, and I'm a rock climber. Well, my brother got me into climbing when he was around 15, I was 11. His friends had introduced him to climbing, and he started taking me climbing before he passed away. He went down to Kentucky to a place called the Red River Gorge. They were belaying him incorrectly, and he had fallen about 70 feet and hit the ground, and it ended up killing him. That was a really emotional and hard time for me. I dropped out of climbing, started doing really bad in school, hanging out with the wrong kids. You know, my dad slowly started taking me back into the climbing gym, and I got back into it, and it helped me really get over my brother's death, and it, you know, really opened my life again. And a couple of years later, like 2005, I went down to the Red River Gorge and got on the project that my brother had been working on and completed it on my first try, and it was probably one of the greatest feelings of my life. And when I'm climbing, it's an amazing feeling, because like it's just you and the wall, and when you're climbing, there's no sound around you. It's just really peaceful, and I really get a feeling that my brother's there when I'm climbing, and you know, helping me through each problem on every move. And you know, it's kind of strange, but you know, I feel like he's there.
The great outdoors acts as a sanctuary for many of Colorado's residents. Whether it's climbing a rock face or paddling down a river, it's the thrill of adventure that allows people to escape and enjoy life.
Whitewater rafting is a surefire way to get your heart pumping with roaring rapids, quick thinking, and non-stop fun. Mile High Rafting is a great place to experience all of the action in a personalized and family-friendly environment.
We have owned Mile High Rafting since May of 2000. This piece of property came available along the river. Then we bought an Arkansas River permit, and then we got a permit here at the Idaho Springs, and then one at Clear Creek County, and here we are.
The guides' love for rafting shows through their great attitudes and excitement for every trip.
Mile High is awesome. It's very family oriented. We're real safe. We have a lot of fun out here.
The camaraderie on this crew is second to none.
Kind of a easy to work atmosphere. The guides, everybody I know is, you know, pretty helpful.
Even though fun is what they aim for, safety is always priority number one.
They pride themselves on safety. That's one of our main goals here, is to make sure you have a safe and glorious trip.
It just means we take better care of our customers, and we want everyone to have a good time on the river.
It's been really fun. We came up camping last night, and it's just a really fun atmosphere. So it's a good, just chill place to come.
It's a lot of fun. There's stressful times, of course, but at least everyone is coming in wanting to have a good time and looking forward to have a good time, whereas in some industries, my prior industry, everyone just had to come in, you know what I mean?
So if you're looking for a fun and exciting way to spend time with your family, Mile High Rafting is the place to be.
To successfully navigate the waters of Colorado, it takes collaboration, strength, and most of all, teamwork. It is the collaboration between people that is often the reason for their success. Practicing this every week, a group of performing artists shine as they share their love for movement with others.
For hundreds of years, the theater has been an extensive piece of our society. It has served as a form of entertainment, a method of communication, and a way to express our thoughts and emotions. Theater can teach us about morals, history, and about life. We can learn about our past and share ideas for the future.
Theater to me means emulating life.
Theater is the relationship between art and life.
Theater is a chance to open my heart and expand it.
When Lucent Performing Arts founders Keith Rabin Jr. and Danny Harrigan established the Ignite Theater, they knew they wanted to create something that would ignite society with superior performances that also give back to the community.
Ignite Theater exists to be the community theater for the community. Also, one of our big things that Ignite Theater does is we use one show per season to give back a financial contribution to another nonprofit in the city.
Today, Rabin Jr. and Harrigan continue to connect and strengthen the community by producing an electrifying mixture of shows that brighten the lives of both the cast and crew and the audience that attends.
These people get to come to life. They get to be fueled by me as the director to be themselves, to create moments and scenes with each other that are so magical on stage because they're not from any fake place.
One of the unique things about Ignite Theater is the fact that the directors are so young. They definitely have a different take and a different look on the pieces that they do, and they definitely do pieces that appeal more to the younger generation.
Today, Ignite Theater is putting on their production of the classical musical Pippin. With the creative and innovative minds of the Ignite Theater personnel, the show is sure to be a hit. I regard the theater as the greatest of all art forms, the most immediate way in which a human being can share with another the sense of what it is to be a human being.
When acting on stage, it takes special skills to stand out to an audience. For some, this same attitude is lived out in their everyday life. For this local artist, standing out is her goal, as she keeps her eye on the future of fashion.
1816 is a company that I made about 9 months ago. It's designer eyelashes. Each one is its custom design. When I'm creating these eyelashes, I use tiny precision moves to put beads and sequins, feathers, paper, chains, all kinds of different materials that are very beautiful. The tinier the material, the better. I apply them to pre-made eyelashes, and each one is designed specifically for one look. Most of my designs are subtly wild. They're not seen from across the room, but when you're up close, you realize the magic behind them. I also create dance glasses that are very disco, futuristic style. My future plans for 1816 is to continue what I'm doing, except on a larger scale, and to manufacture more so that I can sell it in more markets. You can pick up our products of 1816 at Peter Tattoo or Etsy page.
The Civic Center Conservancy is the city and its people working together to satisfy Denver's appetite for an involved community.
Since its opening in 1919, the Denver Civic Center Park has been a symbol for Denver's historic downtown. Battling crime, poverty, and bad publicity, the park's reputation has suffered in recent years. In an attempt to revitalize the park, the Civic Center Conservancy was formed to move the park forward.
Civic Center Park sits at the convergence of our government, cultural, commercial, and community realms. So metaphorically and quite literally, it is an incredibly powerful place. We really work to push forward programming and activities and amenities and change people's perspective of Civic Center. We want to give people more reasons to come to Civic Center more often, and when we succeed, we're contributing to the quality of life for people who live, work, and play downtown.
By developing positive traditions, such as the Civic Center Eats outdoor cafe event, the Civic Center Conservancy brings both local businesses and Denver dwellers together in the name of enhancing the Denver culture.
Civic Center Eats started over 6 years ago as a farmer's market, but over time it really evolved into the summer lunch destination. In 2011, we expanded to 2 days a week. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have over 20 gourmet food trucks, live music, shaded bistro seating, and there's just a great community vibe.
With the smell of summer in the air, the Civic Center Conservancy sought to enhance the Denver experience with a bike, a blanket, and a movie.
So in summer of 2011, we launched in partnership with Denver Parks and Recreation the first ever free bike-in movie series in Civic Center. We were attracting a crowd of 1,000 people. They would come early, have picnics, buy dinner from on-site food trucks. Many of them would ride their bikes here. The screen was set against the city and county building, which was illuminated, and it just was one of those nights that made you appreciate living in Denver.
The ability to develop new ideas is the sign of a progressive thinker. Seeing new in the old and bringing beauty to the broken is this artist's passion as he builds a name for his progressive business.
My name is Derek Keenan, and I own Mookie Design. What Mookie's mostly known for now is I use skateboards, and I want to reuse reclaimed or repurposed materials as a way kind of to show other people that they could do something without a lot of resources. I usually make skateboard jewelry, or jewelry from reclaimed skateboards, and belt buckles and other things. Okay, so right before I got into doing this, I was in the Peace Corps. That kind of led me to want to make things of reclaimed materials because I saw the people there doing that so often. And by doing that, I hope that other people see it and they think like, oh, that was trash, or that, you know, or they don't have a job and they're like, can't figure out how they're gonna make money. Maybe they'll think like, there's something out there. I didn't have to buy a skateboard part, you know, I didn't pay for the wood, it was free. And that's what I was looking for. Like, what can I find that's gonna be kind of cool? People will relate to, and it means something to me, but it's also like I don't have to pay a ton of money to start something, you know? I bought a laser to make the shapes faster and more, they're a little more intricate now. Like actually I think of the board kind of like cuts of meat, and I chop it up in a certain way, so I make stacks of like the parts that I know I'm going to use. You can buy it online at mookiedesign.com.
Moving forward often means fighting the tide. Being able to look in the face of adversity and come out the champion is the mark of hard work,
experience, the passion, the dedication, the strength, the power of one man. He is the ultimate, the extreme. He is a diamond in the rough. Every once in a while, there comes a man of exceptional leadership and an outstanding record to prove it. The Littleton location at 8023 South Broadway is one of the few gyms to be so lucky to have an outstanding leader. Coach Diamond Dave Kaplan has joined the LA boxing squad to inspire others to achieve their goals and dreams of becoming great athletes.
I moved here to Denver about 11 months ago and wanted to try to find something to do in my free time when I wasn't training, and managing and training people is something I've done for the last 5 or 6 years.
While attending Woodbridge High School, Dave entered into the wrestling team, and his record there was outstanding, and went on to follow his dreams of becoming a professional mixed martial artist.
When I got out of college, one of my friends had said, how would you like to have the same college lifestyle and get paid for it? So I said, sign me up. So 2004, I had my first fight, and I've been doing it for the last, 7 years now.
Throughout his UFC career, Diamond Dave Kaplan won 3 fights, 2 of which were by technical knockouts, and one of those knockouts lasting only 1 round. Today, Dave passes on his knowledge and skills to those who are striving to make something of themselves as well.
When I first got in the ring, I was pretty nervous about hitting people and, just sparring in general. And now I feel a lot more confident. Dave's a great teacher.
So if you're ever in the area, stop by LA Boxing and visit the Diamond in the Rough.
As people progress, so does their city. Colorado is home to not only some of the most beautiful landscapes in the world, but home to some of the most talented, progressive people, making Colorado a leader in the ongoing quest for moving forward. I'm Owen Hisle, and thanks for watching Moving Forward.